Welcome to Nerd on Nerd with me, Jack Kempster.
And me, Liam Underwood. And this is a very special episode, isn't it, Jack?
It is indeed, Liam.
What makes this episode so special?
I'm now in my late mid-20s.
What does that mean?
26.
Still so young.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
But
I just have so much life ahead of me.
But just imagine, right? Because we would have known each other when I was 26, right?
Yeah.
And you would have been calling me old at that age, so you're also now old.
Yep.
So how does that feel? Shoes on the other
Young
foot
Jack didn't
now.
know what he was talking about. Young Jack didn't know what he was talking about.
Does old Jack now have a bit more?
Yeah, he does, and you're old.
Bit more life experience?
Yep, and you're the old one.
Excellent. So we're doing Princess Mononoke because it's your birthday and you got to just have free reign on what you chose.
Yeah, and I picked something that I thought you'd like, but then anyone that listened to last episode will know you freaked out about it.
I was livid.
It's insane.
Although I don't think I was livid enough because a couple of people did ask, was I mad about that or was the title of the episode because of my opinions on traffic lights?
Oh, so they thought I meant, like, insane mad.
Possibly.
Yeah, I guess that could have been misinterpreted. I'm just so used to your insanity
Yeah.
that I don't sort of reference it that much.
No, I helped clarify and said I think the intent was about the whole what you'd chosen.
Yeah.
Good. So before we get to all that fun stuff where we do some culture swap and all that, we're gonna do some catching up with Jack and Liam. So how's your birthday week been, Jack?
It's been good, Liam.
What have you been up to?
I was away on a summer camp with the youth organisation I help at.
And was that fun?
It was, Liam. It was.
Good.
We did some really cool stuff.
Such as?
We found a outdoor laser quest place
That sounds fun.
called Headhunters, and I thought it was just going to be, the normal laser quest but outdoors. Turns out no, it's you get a laser rifle thing that has 64 shots before you have to go and reload.
Yeah.
It's like paintballing but without the pain, and it's amazing.
That sounds... And wait, so it's outside?
Yep.
Does that mean you can play it during the day?
Yep.
So I would be able to play it with... Because my eyes obviously don't work in the dark environments.
Yeah, exactly.
This sounds awesome.
Dude, it was genuinely amazingly fun. Like, we all got way too into it, the staff, that is.
Yeah. The kids didn't care.
No, the kids were enjoying it, but there was definitely a moment. So the way it worked was like we had two bases, and we were doing capture the flag.
Yeah.
So you had to get into their base, take their flag, bring it back to yours, and that would give you 10 points at the end.
Okay.
And then the rest of the points were how many deaths there were. So it was lowest score wins, and I think it took 10 points off your score if you had the flag.
Yeah.
And it was like every time you got killed, that added a point to your team's score, so that was bad.
Yeah.
And the guy, we were talking to, like, the guy that was running it, who was running it with one person helping him. It was like a little small thing. But he was saying, like, after the first match, which my team won, of course, because we were incredible.
Obviously.
He was saying, like, oh, I mean, firstly, he came up to us and went, oh, that team, they aren't going to win this match either. And we were like, oh, why? And he was like, oh, because I've told them how to win, but they won't listen. Most of the time, a team will lose. I'll tell them what to do differently, and they won't do it.
Why is that?
I don't know. He was like, I always give them advice, and I always say the same things. Like he was saying, don't leave everyone in your base, because that way, it just takes one person to be lucky and shoot everyone, and you're out.
Yeah.
So he was saying have rings, like have people that are close defense, sort of outer defense, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which my team was doing. Like in the second match, there were two of us in the base, and everyone else was sort of scouting around for the enemy.
Yeah.
But he was just saying, he tells them not to do the whole bunching up thing, and people just do it anyway.
That's a bit... Like, you would think, like, listen to the person that does it for a living, right?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, we did that, and me and one of the campers were sort of were left at base, because I was like, I don't mind not running around. You've seen me, Liam. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I
remember very fondly the time when you decided to try jogging in your jeans.
Yeah, that was bad. I got a lot of chafing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, so we were staying in the base, and I sort of realised I got a little bit too into it when I effectively became the strategist of the team.
Okay.
Not in a, not my usual, because I'm different when I'm around the kids, because they won't take it if you're being a dickhead.
Everyone else just does.
Well, no, they don't take it, but I feel less bad. If you're getting angry at me because I'm being a dick,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he's an adult. He needs to live with it.
But if a child gets angry at you because you're being a dick...
I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be a dick to the child.
Okay, yeah.
But so, like, we were having kids come back after they'd been shot, and then I knew where sort of most of our team were, and if there was gunfire coming from a certain direction, because the guns made a shooting noise.
Yeah,
obviously.
makes sense.
Yep. I was like, right, I need you to go round that way and flank that person because they need cover. And it was so fucking fun, Liam.
So you were strategizing
Yeah.
on how to beat a load of children at this game?
No. So the staff got split in half.
Okay.
And so half the staff were on the other team and half the staff were on our team.
Yeah.
So it was equal. It's not like there was a
Right.
bunch of children trying to win and we were just bullying them.
Okay, that's fair enough. I just wanted to make that clear for our listeners.
I mean, the split did seem slightly uneven because it was on one team there was me, one of the other, and 3 male staff members, 2 of whom are quite young and energetic. Dan Palmer was there; he was on my team,
Okay.
and you know he's very energetic.
Is he one of the... Yeah, he's the young and energetic one.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the other team were my mum, Dan's mum, an older member of male staff, and I think... Oh, and then one younger member of staff who, by the end of the game, every time she died near our base, was coming past and being like, I hate my team, they're not helping me.
I would have split the mums up.
Yeah, I did think it was weird that they gave us, like, all the ones... And it was obviously, like, my mum and Dan's mum didn't really get into it that much.
Yeah, I can...
Like, they
I can
enjoyed
see
it.
that. Yeah.
But then not anything compared to me and Dan sort of storming bases.
I just picture you, like, getting some mud and kind of putting it under your eyes and, like, really getting into it, like, getting some camouflage going on.
I mean, we did... So after the capture the flag, they did a, like, one final quick game, which was a VIP game. If you've done paintballing before, Liam, do you know VIP?
No, I've never done paintballing.
Fair enough. So VIP is one person on the team is, like, the target.
Okay, yeah.
One team's job is to defend that person with their lives.
Yeah.
And the other team's job is to kill that person.
Okay.
So they did staff versus all the campers. So there were, like, 6 of us or 7 versus, like, 19 kids.
Yeah.
And for that one, I did lie on the ground behind a tree for quite a while before I got killed.
Right.
Whereas everyone else was just sort of standing behind trees and stuff. And I was like, well, they're all going to be expecting us to do that, so I'm going to lie down.
Of course, yeah.
I felt very military. I don't think it would have come across the same if you'd seen me.
I'm trying to imagine, and it's not coming across very military, no. But at the end of the day, as long as you had fun, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think all the kids seem to enjoy it.
That's also probably quite important.
Yeah, no, that does seem quite important.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So have you done paintballing before then?
I've done paintballing quite a few times.
I've never done it, and I want to.
If I could recommend anything, I'd recommend this instead.
Yeah, this does sound more fun.
Paintballing's more expensive. Like, I don't particularly mind the pain in paintballing, but it doesn't add anything, and this takes that out anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and for paintballing, you have to buy all your own ammo and stuff.
Yeah,
which
all the
sucks.
paint.
Whereas this is just like you just keep refilling it.
Okay. And then, so obviously, it was your birthday as well.
Yep.
So how did you celebrate that?
They got me a cake on camp, and my parents gave me a Star Wars, because you take your own cutlery to camp.
Yeah.
Like your own plate and stuff. They swapped out my bowl with a Star Wars bowl.
Okay.
They replaced my useful camping mug with a Darth Vader sippy cup.
Right.
And gave me a giant Star Wars placemat to have on my table.
Well, that sounds nice.
It was.
Did you feel special?
Yeah, sure.
That's the important thing, because I imagine that's why they did it, right?
Oh, definitely. It wasn't to just be over the top
Yeah.
and make the kids laugh at me
No, exactly.
as they threw stones
And food.
and said, "Get back in your tent, loser."
This is kid time. We don't want you adults around here. You're old now.
I did argue with the kids over what 26 was. Because,
what do you mean?
So, to me, right,
Yeah.
early 20s, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Mid-20s, 24, 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
Late 20s, 27, 28, 29. Right?
I mean, I'm going to disagree with this.
What do you think? Oh, is this because you're 29?
Yeah, so I'm mid-20s.
Right, okay.
Obviously.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Like if I'm...
I mean, that means you're on my side then, because I was saying 26 was mid-20s, and the kids were all saying no.
So you've got basically 20 to 24 is like early 20s. Well, 21 to 24 is early 20s. Then you've got 25 to 29, which is mid-20s.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the day before your 30th birthday, where it's late 20s.
I got you.
Because you're like, it's too late to do anything about this
Yeah,
now.
yeah. At this point, I can't escape the inevitable. I am now in my late 20s.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it anyway.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess that makes sense, sort of. It doesn't. It doesn't, Liam. It doesn't at all.
You know, but we'll wait till you get to 29 and then we'll see how you think of it.
I'll be late 20s next year, mate.
That's ridiculous. You'll be late 20s. Oh no, I was going to say before me, but then I realised that didn't work.
No, you're going to be 30.
Shut up. So anyway, did you do anything else since we last spoke?
Other than BB camp?
Yeah.
No.
Very good.
Not that I remember.
I also haven't really done a lot, to be honest, because while you was away gallivanting at camp, I was just working, you know? Got to go to
exciting.
work, and get the bills paid. But I did start a new podcast without you.
I know.
With Kat, who's been a guest on the show.
She's your girlfriend?
Yep, should have mentioned that as well.
That seems like the more important bit of information. But if you think her guesting on our podcast is the main defining feature of your girlfriend, that's fine with me.
Yeah, no, I just thought maybe like if for people who listen, they might know her more as that one that guested those 2 times, maybe 3. Not necessarily the poor woman that has to put up with my shit on a daily basis. But yeah, it's called Won't Grow Up Pod. We've done 2 episodes so far.
They're both very good.
Thank you very much, Jack. I haven't watched the second one.
It's good.
Okay, well, Kat said she didn't really like it.
Really?
Yeah, afterwards she was like, oh, it was a bit too messy. And I was like, yeah, you realise who you're kind of hosting this with, right?
Yeah, I think that's part of the charm of it.
Yeah, she wants to have more of a structure in the next episode.
I think you guys should stick to what you're doing. I think you need a theme for each episode, and then you just go.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I genuinely, I thought episode 1 was hilarious.
That was where we were trying to come up with a name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass that feedback on. Thank you very much.
Also, the editing for the opening scene being you trying to get your cleavage on the thumbnail was also hilarious.
That was all Kat doing with the editing.
I know.
Yeah. Basically, when it comes to podcasting, I leave the editing to other people.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Well, we've got editor Brian, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kat's doing the editing for Won't Grow Up Pod. So yeah, if you want to hear... I think the basic premise behind it is both me and Kat aren't like a traditional couple that are going to get engaged and pop out a load of kids and talk about taxes. So if you want to hear people who are refusing to grow up and be adults, check that podcast out. I mean, that premise shouldn't be too much of a surprise for anyone that listens to this.
No.
So that, and also, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation.
Oh yeah? What have you been playing?
So I played the Batman Arkham City game.
Yeah.
Which was good. Completed it. I've got to do a little bit more to get the last 2 trophies, but it's annoying. So I'm having a little break from it.
Fair enough.
And then I finished Crash Bandicoot off. I did Crash Bandicoot 3, got the Platinum Trophy on that. And then last night, right? So a while back, let me start this story from the beginning. A while back, I downloaded the Stormy Ascent? The DLC?
Yep.
And it...
no, yeah. Isn't it just called The Lost Levels?
I don't know, but the level is called Stormy Ascent, right?
Yeah.
I downloaded it, but I couldn't find it in the game, so I was like, fuck it. Then I finished 3, and I got to the point where I was like, right, I want to put this game away, but I want to give the DLC a little go before I do that. Because when I platinum a game, I put it away, right? I have like a little cupboard for them to go in. Like, these are the ones I've completed.
You're so fucking sad.
No, proud. I'm proud, Jack.
Sorry, proud.
Yeah. So I figured out what was going wrong with that. I had to renew some license thing. It was a weird thing in the settings. No one cares. Moving on. I started playing it last night. Probably about 9 o'clock. And it took me maybe an hour to complete the level. And I was like, oh, that's good. Now I've got to do the time trial. And the time trial basically requires you to do the whole level in 1 life.
Okay.
Took a while, Jack.
How long?
I got to bed at 2 a.m.
Okay.
So I finished the level, my initial playthrough where I did it in I think about 30 lives. That took an hour. And then from say 10 o'clock to 2 a.m. was me just replaying the level again and again, doing the time trial, each time trying to get a little bit further.
Jesus.
There were several points where my brain went, you should give up. And then my other brain got stubborn and went, I don't give up.
You should try it. It's really, really fun to give up.
But guess what, Jack? I did it.
Good for you.
I did it, and now I can put the game away. Start my next game, which is going to be Assassin's Creed 2, I think.
What about 1?
They haven't released that as a remastered version.
Oh, Fair enough.
I have played one before on the Xbox 360. If they remastered it, I'd play it. But the Assassin's Creed collection is 2, 3, and something else.
It's because it's the Ezio collection.
Yeah, that's it.
Liam, I have a question.
Okay.
You're going to play Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
You've played Assassin's Creed 1, but you won't
Yeah.
have 100%ed it on your PS4.
No.
How are you going to live?
Well, the thing is, it's not my fault if they haven't made it available to me. Do you know what I mean? But it's
I think it's your fault.
it's like if I
Personally, I think it's your fault.
yeah. Well, it's like I played The Witcher 3, but I haven't played 1 or 2.
Again, I think that's your fault.
I don't really care. I'm less fussed about doing things in order when it's games. I'm more finicky when it's films and TV shows and stuff.
Are you?
Some might say.
No, fair enough.
But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Just recording a new podcast with a different person and playing a lot of PlayStation 4.
Fair enough.
Which is annoying because we're going to do the DVD tally lately, and
I saw the tweet of you getting a lot of DVDs.
Yeah, and the other issue is in the last 2 weeks, I've watched 4 DVDs.
So it's not going to have gone down then, is what you're telling me.
We'll have to wait and see, Jack.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, cliffhanger for our listeners.